Good morning and welcome to Kirk in the morning, being the 30th of January 2023. It's quite a bright Monday and definitely we have so much in store for you this morning right here. Remember, we are also coming to you live. That's on Facebook as well as YouTube at Kirk TV Kenya. So we're just going to focus on a number of things that happened during the weekend. First and foremost, we're just going to look at politics. So much happened during the weekend in terms of politics, talking of the Azimio la Umoja leader, One Kenya Alliance, that is Raila Odinga's rally at Jacaranda, as well as just responses from the government, that is the President William Ruto, as well as his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. But first and foremost, let us look at what exactly is happening in the dailies. Well, we start with the Daily Nation and the story that they are giving a priorities on issues to do with the high cost of living. They are just looking at Kenyans finding ways to beat rising costs. And just an excerpt from the Daily Nation right here. Contrary to President William Ruto's campaign promise to bring down the cost of living, prices of common commodities have soared during Kenya Kwanza's first 140 days in power. That's a story that you can get on page 6 as well as 7 of the Daily Nation. And some of the commodities they are looking at, they're just looking at cooking oil, sugar, electricity, as well as petrol. And just to give you the numbers right here as indicated on the Daily Nation, we have the cooking oil rising, that is right now being sold at a 4.3% increase. That is for the 140 days that the Kenya Kwanza government has been in power. And sugar increasing by 15.4%. Electricity, which has risen, and almost each and every person in Kenya is complaining of the tokens, has risen by 20.65%. Petrol has risen by 11.3%. So that's a story that you can read on page 6 and 7 of the Daily Nation. We go straight to the 4th page of the Daily Nation right here. And it's issues to do with the politics, as I had mentioned earlier on, just looking at the opposition side, that is Raila Odinga's claims as far as the August polls are concerned. And Raila Odinga says, Chebukati Gulie Molu came to my house with a list of demands. So those are just some of the claims that the Azimio la Umoja side has as far as the August polls are concerned. Looking at the 5th page of the Daily Nation, Ruto dismisses protest as sabotage. So that's what the Kenya Kwanza government, or the ruling government, is talking about, that the Azimio la Umoja wants to sabotage the country as far as yesterday's rally is concerned. So we can get those stories on page 4 and 5 of the Daily Nation. And a story that the Daily Nation has given a priority, that is on the top page of the Daily Nation, a story that is on page 6 and 7 of the Daily Nation. They are just looking at the high cost of living, that is looking at the 140 days that the president, that is William Ruto, has been in power. And just some of the commodities that they are looking at cooking oil, sugar, electricity, petrol, as well as other food commodities. So we switch the gears to the Standard newspaper right now. We are still looking at issues to do with politics, that is on matters to do with the Azimio rally that happened yesterday, as well as the responses to the Azimio leader, that is Raila Odinga, from the President William Ruto and his deputy Rigathi Gachagua. And now the headline right here at the Standard newspaper is "No let up" as Ruto Raila trade words. So that's a story that the Standard newspaper is giving a priority. Definitely it's almost similar to what the Daily Nation has given a priority But just to read their excerpt right here, Azimio leader Raila Odinga yesterday called on the United Nations and the Commonwealth to probe last year's election in the next 2 weeks, while President William Ruto told him to forget any deal making and offer to only discuss development of the nation. Remember, just from President Ruto's response, that is one of the things that the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is giving a focus on issues to do with handshake, and he tells the Azimio leader Raila Odinga that there will be no handshake between the government and the opposition side. So you can get that story on page 4 and 5 of the Standard newspaper. On issues to do with the security, on the 3rd page of the Standard newspaper, there is the Interior CS, Professor Kithure Kindiki, now says they'll use force to flush out the bandits in North Rift. That's a story on page 3 of the Standard newspaper. Definitely the story that we were just looking at, that is on issues to do with the president and the opposition leader Raila Odinga on page 4 and page 5 of the Daily Nation. And definitely during our news at this hour, we'll just get to listen to what President William Ruto as well as the Azimio leader Raila Odinga said. That's all we had for you on the newspaper review. Well, we'll be taking a very short break, but just to let you know that January is still Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, and this morning we will be having a discussion on cervical cancer as well as palliative care. So I'll just be engaging, that is Dr. Asaf Kenyanjui, as well as that is a survivor of cervical cancer, where we'll just be looking at palliative care as far as cervical cancer is concerned, among other life-threatening diseases. So we take a very short break. We will be coming back with news at this hour. Good morning. Remember, we are also coming to you live, that is on Facebook as well as YouTube. But before we look at the daily news, just to let you know of our conversation this morning on issues to do with palliative care and cervical cancer. If you have any question, feel free to send in via SMS, that is 0111220044, or via Twitter, that is KirkTV_Kenya, as well as Facebook and YouTube. or at Ida_Munzatsi. Now straight to the news at this hour. Azimio la Umoja leader Raila Odinga is digging in further in his fresh rejection of last year's presidential election outcome, calling on the Commonwealth to conduct an in-depth audit and just to audit results of the August 9th polls. Speaking at a rally in Nairobi's Jacaranda grounds, Odinga asked the Commonwealth to send its team of inspectors within 2 weeks, failure to which he will announce further resistance measures. And just to let us get that particular story.
Which has not been contradicted. Beat orders William Ruto by over 2 million votes. As a result, we vow that we will not and cannot accept the IEBC fake results. At Kamkunji, we issued an 8-point ultimatum to Ruto and Oda. We repeat so that no one should doubt our resolve that we mean what we say and say what we mean. We, as Azimio, reject the 2022 general election. We do not recognize William Ruto.
Uelewe kazi mtaani ingali iko ndivyo wewe upate chakula. Tulikuwa tumeangalia kona zote na tulijua Kenya iko na pesa ya kuteremusha gharama ya maisha, bei ya unga, ya kulipia mtoto fees na pia ya matibabu. Swali kwa William Ruto, hii pesa yote sababu haijaenda kwa mwananchi, imeenda kwa mfuko ya nani? Ujue tusipofuatilia kura ya baba, maisha yako ndio itaendelea kuzoroteka. Vita ni ya mwananchi na wale wanyakuzi wamenyakua kura za wananchi na kutumia vibaya. Siri kidogo, William Ruto alikiri kwamba security ya Chebukati ilikuwa ni yeye.
Now, reacting to the staging of an opposition rally in Nairobi, President William Ruto said he will not be distracted from delivering on his mandate by what he described as opposition antics. The president spoke in Narok town, where he attended an interdenominational prayer rally at the William Ole Ntimama Stadium. He accused the opposition of plotting to divide Kenyans, as his allies claimed the public engagement forums being held by Azimio were being sponsored by some unnamed persons.
Sawa. Priority yetu itakuwa ni kushughulika na kupanda miti na kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunakabiliana na climate change, tuna harvest water, tuwe na maji ya matumizi nyumbani, maji ya irrigation, maji ya mifugo yetu, na vile vile tunapanga mambo ya agro processing na value addition in all our industrial parks. Ndio vijana wetu wapate ajira na watusaidie kukuza uchumi wa taifa letu la Kenya as we move together. Hawawezi kutupeleka katika priorities zao, ya vyeo yao, ya biashara zao, ya mambo ya familia zao, ya mambo ya binafsi yao. We will not accept and we are not going that direction. Na mimi nataka niwaambie ya kwamba tuko tayari kabisa, mambo ya Kenya tutasukuma na mbele, na hatuhitaji ruhusa ya wale watu ati tufanye hii kazi tunafanya. We don't need their permission. Hii kazi itaendelea, kazi ya kuendesha Kenya itasonga mbele. wale wakipenda wasipende, kwa sababu Kenya si yao, Kenya ni yetu sisi zote. Na unajua wale jamaa wamezoea, wako na tabia mbaya. Walizoea wakafanya ukarabati sijui nini, wakapata cooperation. Wakakuja tena wakafanya ukarabati sijui gani, wakapata nusu mkate. Wakakuja wakakoroga uganga na ukora, wakapata handshake. Hii hawapati. Hii ni ya wananchi wa taifa letu la Kenya na ni ya vijana wa taifa letu la Kenya. Here there is nothing for selfish people. There is nothing for people who are looking for positions and businesses for their families and interests of their families. There is nothing in this government. There is everything for every young person, every citizen of the Republic of Kenya who is looking for an opportunity for them to make a contribution to the well-being of our nation. And I am ready, I am willing, I am available to work with all Kenyans and all Kenyan leaders who are focused on the prosperity of our nation.
Ilimalizana na Azimio na ikamalizana na system na deep state, hakuna pahali imeenda. Sasa the chairmanship of Kimani Ichung'wa, hiyo team uamshe haraka. Hiyo mzee sasa muanze kupelekana na yeye hapa kwa hapa. Karibu hapa bamba tu bamba, si ndio? Alafu rais na mimi na Honorable Musalia na Soipan na wengine tuende kwa kazi ya maendeleo. Ndio huyu mzee mkae hapo bamba tu bamba. Msimkubalie kwa sababu anataka mambo ya handshake. Alisubua baba yake, alisubua baba ya Uhuru, si ndio? Baba yake alisubua baba ya Uhuru Kenyatta, yeye akasumbua Moi, akasumbua Kibaki, amechukua Uhuru ameweka kwa mtaro. Sasa mnataka aweke rais wetu kwa mtaro? Sasa ati anataka ati tuongee ati atafutiwe bahari. Sasa atatafutiwa wapi na hii kazi yote tumepatia nyinyi watu ya Narok? Kama mnataka akuje mtuachie kiti moja hata kama ni ya Soipan, Soipan akae kando tupatie hiyo mzee. Amutaki akae huko afanye kazi ya oversight. Atukosoe pahali atuende vizuri. Lakini mambo ya handshake rais usikubali. Na kama utaona hiyo mzee ni sawa kwa sababu ni Mkenya. But you should only, Your Excellency, consider to have only one discussion na hiyo mzee, to discuss his exit from politics and permanent retirement from the politics of Kenya.
Well, that is the President William Ruto, as well as his deputy, that is Rigathi Gachagua, just insisting that however much the Azimio side presses, there will be nothing like a handshake. So that's all we have prepared for you as far as the news at this hour is concerned. Once again, we take a very short break. We will now be coming with this morning's conversation as we look at palliative care and cervical cancer. Don't go too far.
Are you looking to grow your business? Kirk TV offers you a variety of advertising opportunities to suit your budget. Advertise with us today and reach your potential customers countrywide. For more information, email us on sales@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
Kirk TV is very promising, and judging from what is happening with other media houses, I would just say that our hope is that Kirk TV will continue to thrive, and even to outdo many other stations. It will continue to mission, and we also look at a point where Kirk TV will be the station of choice, not just for Presbyterians, as we say, but for all Christians across the board. We are looking at a situation where Kirk TV again, as we are doing right now, will be the station where, because we have so many other stations, Christian stations, but you want to be seen as that one station which gives the right doctrine. You know, the right doctrine. And also a station whereby it will be able to bring together all the churches, all Christians together, as opposed to segmentizing, Christians. Yeah. So we look at that point where everything Christian will be
under one roof.
Under one roof, and that is Kirk TV.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. Pay bill number 401-9613, account partner.
Losing a beloved one can be one of the hardest life experiences. Death brings a total change in many setups, the family taking a huge position. Death also provides an opportunity to celebrate the departed and their achievements on earth. Kirk TV provides for you an opportunity to announce death and funeral at affordable fee. For more information, write to us via announcements@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
Greetings to all of you who watch Kirk TV programs. I said you Christian love and peace from all the Kirk family and the entire ministry. Since God gave us this Kirk TV, which is a very competent means of reaching people in and outside Kenya, Kirk TV is undoubtedly giving good and effective services to many people wherever our signal reaches. It is evident that God is at work through Kirk TV. We therefore need your loving support through your continuous prayers. We also appeal passionately for your generous financial support to help us be on air as the Lord will require us to do and to be. Please plan to give regularly. Please give occasionally. Or you can begin to give a one-time gift. The scripture is right that you will be made rich in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion, and your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. Please respond to this genuine, urgent appeal. Kindly be a Kirk TV partner. May God bless you abundantly as we join hands to do this good work.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. Pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. PCEA Enomatesiani Booth Boys High School is an ideal school for boys located in a quiet and serene environment, ideal for learning in Matasia, Kajiado County. The school works towards producing qualified students who become competent professionals in the society.
We offer a wide variety of subjects in our school. Our school is well equipped. We have a state-of-the-art library, a spacious boarding section, a modern kitchen, also Olympic-sized swimming pool where our students go and have their swimming lessons.
The school focuses its effort not only in classroom learning, but we also provide learners with equal opportunities, that is to hone their abilities and talents. We have games like football, chess, volleyball, among others. The climate here is also favorable for all students.
PCEA Enomatesiani Booth Boys High School is open for January 2023 intake in Forms 1, 2 and 3.
Our school is founded on Christian value. We appeal for you to register, and we know we'll be able to mentor your boys through our Christian setup.
We are going to mold our boys in Christian values, and we are committed to do so at this time when the boy child must be taken care of.
For more information, get in touch via 0796 560000, 0796 560000. Email us pcea@gmail.com.
Greetings to all of you who watch Kirk TV programs. I send you Christian love and peace from all the Kirk family and the entire ministry. Since God gave us this Kirk TV, which is a very competent means of reaching people in and outside Kenya, Kirk TV is undoubtedly giving good and effective services to many people wherever our signal reaches. It is evident that God is at work through Kirk TV. We therefore need your loving support through your continuous prayers. We also appeal passionately for your generous financial support to help us be on air as the Lord will require us to do and to be. Please plan to give regularly. Please give occasionally, or you can begin to give a one-time gift. The scripture is right that you will be made rich in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion, and your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. Please respond to this genuine, urgent appeal. Kindly be a Kirk TV partner. May God bless you abundantly as we join hands to do this good work.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 4019613, account partner. Pay bill number 4019613, account partner. PCEA Enomatesiani Booth Boys High School is an ideal school for boys located in a quiet and serene environment, ideal for learning in Matasia, Kajiado County. The school works towards producing qualified students who become competent professionals in the society.
We offer a wide variety of subjects in our school. Our school is well equipped. We have a state-of-the-art library, a spacious boarding section, a modern kitchen, also Olympic-sized swimming pool where our students go and have their swimming lessons.
The school focuses its effort not only in classroom learning, but we also provide learners with equal opportunities, that is to hone their abilities and talents. We have games like football, chess, volleyball, among others. The climate here is also favorable for all students.
PCEA Enomatesiani Booth Boys High School is open for January 2023 intake in Forms 1, 2 and 3.
Our school is founded on Christian value. We appeal for you to register, and we know we'll be able to mentor your boys through our Christian setup.
We are going to mold our boys in Christian values, and we are committed to do so at this time when the boy child must be taken care of.
For more information, get in touch via 0796 560000, 0796 560000. Email us pcea@gmail.com.
today are the people who pray. Not those who talk about prayer or those who explain about prayer, but those who take time and pray.
God answers prayers. Why? Because He hears. His ear is not deaf, so He hears our prayers.
Men and women who go before God, we should be men and women of godly standards.
Sure.
So we abide, so that we keep tapping from the source.
But as we pray, it is important to tell God that your will be done in this prayer that I'm praying, or about this prayer item that I'm praying about. Not as I will, yes, this is my will, but let your will be done.
In these changing times and seasons of uncertainty, who do you look up to?
God keeps His part. Calm rain, calm sunshine. God is still committed.
From one generation to another, and it's not like shifting shadows that He will change. But
join Reverend Elizabeth Kimani and Henry Kyra every Wednesday from 8 to 9 p.m. live on Kirk TV for Call Unto Me.
2021, He's still the same God, and He has not changed.
Are you looking to grow your business? Kirk TV offers you a variety of advertising opportunities to suit your budget. Advertise with us today and reach your potential customers countrywide. For more information, email us on sales@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90647. Are you looking to grow your business? Kirk TV offers you a variety of advertising opportunities to suit your budget. Advertise with us today and reach your potential customers countrywide. For more information, email us on sales@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90647.
Kirk TV is very promising. And judging from what is happening with other media houses, I would just say that our hope is that Kirk TV will continue to thrive and even to outdo many other stations. It will continue to mission. And we also look at a point where Kirk TV will be the station of choice, not just for Presbyterians, as we say, but for all Christians across the board. We are looking at a situation where Kirk TV, again, as we are doing right now, will be the station where, because we have so many other stations, Christian stations, but you want to be seen as that one station which gives the right doctrine. You know, the right doctrine. And also a station whereby it will be able to bring together all the churches, all Christians together, as opposed to segmentizing, Christians. Yeah. So we look at that point where everything Christian will be
under one roof.
Under one roof, and that is Kirk TV.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. Pay bill number 401-9613, account partner.
Losing a beloved one can be one of the hardest life experiences. Death brings a total change in many setups, the family taking a huge position. Death also provides an opportunity to celebrate the departed and their achievements on earth. Kirk TV provides for you an opportunity to announce death and funeral at affordable fee. For more information, write to us via announcements@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
Greetings to all of you who watch Kirk TV programs. I said you Christian love and peace from all the Kirk family and the entire ministry. Since God gave us this Kirk TV, which is a very competent means of reaching people in and outside Kenya, Kirk TV is undoubtedly giving good and effective services to many people wherever our signal reaches. It is evident that God is at work through Kirk TV. We therefore need your loving support through your continuous prayers. We also appeal passionately for your generous financial support to help us be on air as the Lord will require us to do and to be. Please plan to give regularly. Please give occasionally, or you can begin to give a one-time gift. The scripture is right that you will be made rich in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion, and your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. Please respond to this genuine, urgent appeal. Kindly be a Kirk TV partner. May God bless you abundantly as we join hands to do this good work.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. Pay bill number 401-9613, account partner.
Welcome back to Kirk in the Morning. As I had mentioned earlier on, today we will be looking at palliative care and cervical cancer. And in studio, definitely, I'm being joined by Dr. Asaf Kinyanjui, who is the CEO Nairobi Hospice, as well as Scholastica Kamene, who is a survivor of cervical cancer. Karibu sana daktari.
Asante sana.
Na mami pia karibu sana.
Asante.
Haya, tungependa kwanza pengine utaweza tu kuwajulisha watazamaji wetu majina yako ndio tuweze kuendelea.
Kwa majina naitwa Scholastica Kamene Mwake kutoka Makueni.
Sawa. Daktari, to you, probably there is someone who is wondering what exactly is palliative care, and also as we talk of cervical cancer, January being Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. So first, what is palliative care?
Thanks Kirk TV for the opportunity to come and discuss issues of palliative care. As you mentioned, my name is Dr. Asaf Kinyanjui. I work at Nairobi Hospice as the Chief Executive Officer. So palliative care is care given to patients and families who are facing illnesses that WHO says they are life-threatening or serious health-related suffering. In simple terms, it's illnesses that are hard to cure. They could be curable, but the duration of cure, achieving that cure will take time. So the role of palliative care practitioners in terms of supporting these patients and families is one, to ensure that they are as comfortable as possible and they have a quality of life. So in terms of achieving that quality of life, what we do is look at the patient from a holistic perspective. So if the patient, let's say for a patient with cervical cancer, they're in pain, how do we address their pain to ensure that they are as comfortable as possible. These patients have a lot of psychological issues, wondering why am I having this illness, having a lot of anxiety. So even aspects of counseling so that the patients are and the family are able to come into terms with the disease and they're able to make informed decisions even as they continue with the treatment. Then also looking at their patients from a spiritual perspective. Because patients also ask themselves, am I being punished by my maker because of having this illness? What have I done? Is it as a result of witchcraft? So again, helping the patient to have a very good relationship with their maker helps a lot. And finally, we also look at legal issues. Because again, as the patients go through these aspects of illness, we also try to look at having, and especially in advanced stages of the disease, sometimes they might need to make legal decisions about their health, about their welfare, about their children, and such. And also definitely also looking at even aspects of the finances and the social support from the patient. So in brief, palliative care looks at the patient from a holistic perspective to ensure that they are as comfortable as possible. And our approach is that immediately the patient has this diagnosis. Let's say, for example, like now today we are discussing about cervical cancer. So immediately the patient is told, you have a cervical cancer, you have detected that you have this cancer of the cervix. The palliative care team needs to start working the journey with the patient, regardless that the patient is receiving active treatment to cure the disease or not. And why we are doing this is because we realize there is very good benefits when the patient receives palliative care for a long period, rather than waiting when the patient is almost very ill and probably they are only almost towards the end of life and referring them to the palliative care practitioners becomes very hard for us to give them quality of life. So in a nutshell, that's what palliative care is.
All right, and I want to agree with you, and I hope that our audience, you now have a better understanding of what exactly palliative care is. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us. That is via our SMS number, that is 0111220044, as well as Facebook and YouTube, where we are coming to you live. That is Kirk TV Kenya. On Twitter is Kirk TV_Kenya or Ida_Munzati. Now to you, Mama Scholastica, ningependa tu utuelezee uliweza kufahamu mwaka gani ama lini unaugua saratani?
Nilijua nilipatwa na hiyo ugonjwa mwaka ya 2019. Ndio nilijua hii kama niko na ugonjwa ya kizazi. Na nikaanza matibabu. Hiyo wakati nilikuwa Eldoret, alafu akaniambia niende huko hospitali inaitwa
referral.
Si referral. Kuna hospitali nyingine nilitumwa, nikaenda ndio wakanituma hiyo picha, wakanitoa Kanyama. Kunitoa Kanyama wakaniambia ningoje wiki 3 ndio niende matokeo. Nikangojea hiyo wiki 3 nikaendea. Ndio wakanituma picha. Nikaenda nikapigwa picha. Ndio wakaniambia niko na kansa ya kizazi. Kutoka hapo wakanituma Kenyatta. Nikakuja Kenyatta hiyo mwaka ya 2019. Nikakuja nikapelekwa kwa picha tena. Wakanipika picha. Kutoka hapo wakaniambia ni lazima nianze matibabu. Nikaanza matibabu hiyo mwaka ya 2019 mwezi ya 10. Nikaendelea. Nikapika mahali nikakosa pesa ya kuendelea na matibabu. Nikasimama hiyo mwaka ya 2019. Nilikuwa nachoma ile radiotherapy. Nikachoma mara 12. Kutoka hapo ndio nikasimamisha matibabu kwa sababu ya pesa. Nikapewa kema moja. Na nikasimamia hapo. Mwaka ya 2021 mwezi ya 11 nikaanza kusikia nikagonjeka tena. Nikaenda hospitali Machakos. Machakos wakanituma private. Na kumbe sikuwa najua kama ni private. Nikajua hapo nyuma kama hiyo ni hosi ya private. Na sikuwa na pesa ya kwenda ya kutibiwa huko.
Na wakati huo haukuwa na NHIF?
Nilikuwa na NHIF. Mimi nilienda Njeno, alafu wakaniambia hapo hakuna ndawa. Wakaniambia kuna hospitali nyingine na mimi sikuwa najua mahali iko. Wakanielekeza mahali iko. Na nikatibiwa mara moja, mara ya pili ndio nikaanza kujua kumbe hii ni private. Kulingana na pesa walikuwa wananiitisha ya kuona daktari ya kutibiwa, nikashindwa. Nikarudi hapo tena nikawaambia wanipee transfer nikuje Kenyatta. Walikuwa wanakataa. Nikang'ang'ana na wao siku 2. Wakanipea transfer nikakuja Kenyatta. Kuja Kenyatta nikachukuliwa faili yangu, nikaanza matibabu tena. Nikaanza kemo. Kutoka hapo kulikuwa na nilikuwa naumwa sana hiyo wakati. Nikaandikiwa mandawa. Kuna mandawa nilianza huko Kashoti. Sikuwa najua mahali naweza anzia. Ndio wakanielekeza huko CCTC. Kutoka hapo kuna ndawa niliandikiwa hapo. Nikakosa pesa ya kununua hiyo ndawa. Ndio nikaona mama mwingine akaniambia kuna mahali naweza saidiwa. Kunaitwa Nairobi Hospice. Ndio akanielekeza huko. Nikakuja. Na penye nilikuja huko haki walinisaidia sana. Nikisikia mahali niko na shida na kujanga hapo hospice. Naona wakinisaidia mimi. Wananisaidia sana. Kwa sababu siwezi sikaangi bila ndawa.
Sawa, tutarudi kwako kidogo. Now to you daktari, when it comes to palliative care. Kwa Kiswahili ni tiba shifa.
Yeah, tiba shifa.
When it now comes to palliative care,
yes.
Do you just deal with patients, as you say, that have probably been diagnosed for a longer period of time, or can you also deal with the newly diagnosed as well?
We deal with both, and our preferred approach is if we could start with the newly diagnosed, so that at least we could be able to guide them and support them as they walk through the journey. From what she has shared, you can tell there were some lapses in terms of even her medical care and such. So if you have a palliative care practitioner working with you through the journey, we'll also be able to guide you and follow you up. Say, we haven't seen you for a month, for 2 months, where are you? And if the patient says, probably I'm at home, I'm having these challenges, then the palliative care practitioner will be able to help you navigate. Even in terms of supporting, facilitating the referral system. So that if, like for her journey, she started in Edo, came to Nairobi, went to Machakos. So again, because we have as palliative care practitioners, we have a network in most of the counties. So we are able to help patients navigate through these processes. And as I said, the benefits are more when the patient starts as early at the point of diagnosis. One of the things even we have noticed is that even at the issues of communication that you have cancer, a good number of our colleagues in the treatment or oncology aspect still have a challenge in that aspect of communication. So most of the patients, when they come to us, they are still heartbroken because they were told the news in a very how they were treated. Even the breaking of bad news was quite traumatic. So we have to help them even during that transition so that they can be able to accept the disease and now accept to start treatment. Because I've even seen patients who say, I don't believe really I have cancer, and they refuse to take treatment. And that really affects even the terms of the medical outcome. So the earlier we start giving them palliative care, the better.
And as Scholastica here just mentioned of how she came to Nairobi Hospice. Now, how exactly do you deal with such patients? Do they just come in and you immediately start probably just taking care of them and giving them medications, or how exactly do you take such cases?
Yes, so we are a charity organization, and being a charity sense from that perspective means that we are not a profit-making institution. So our doors are quite open. So a patient could be referred by a healthcare practitioner, could be referred by a friend like Scholastica, or some people just walk in. So you'll walk in and say, I am having this illness, and probably not just cancer, because we take care of individuals with HIV, with organ failure, and other illnesses, and say, I need your services. So the palliative care practitioner will sit you down and sort of look at your issues from the disease perspective. If you are in pain, or probably like patients with cervical cancer, sometimes they will come because they have a false smelling discharge, so they are very uncomfortable with that discharge, or maybe they are not even able to feed. So they will look at those issues. They'll be able to even sit down and say, how is your family coping with this illness? Some of these patients have even have parents with very young kids, and they are telling you, probably as the disease progresses, I'm wondering who will be able to take care of my children. So you find then probably you might even need to organize for a family conference so that family members and community members can come in and support this individual. And as we walk through this journey, one of the things we also do is we organize group sessions. This is where patients sit in a table, newly diagnosed, those who are probably even almost being cured, and they share a meal. We do this on alternate Thursdays. So the patient during that meal, they are able to encourage each other. So the newly diagnosed gets an opportunity now just not to hear from a practitioner perspective, but even from a fellow patient that have walked this journey. This is some of the challenges I've managed to encounter, and that will help the patient to see they are not alone with the journey. So that's also another aspect that we provide care from. There are some patients who are very sick and very ill that they are not able to come to the hospice. So we also have what we call community outreaches and home visits. So we'll visit those patients at the comfort of their house or in the nearby community and provide care from that level. Yes.
And do you also talk, just talking of the smell, I'm sure that brings about stigma and discrimination to this particular patient.
Yes.
Do you also talk to the community and the society as well?
Yes, we do that. We try to create awareness as much as possible, even through sort of community forums, be it churches, be it mosque or any other community opportunities, and even through media like what Kirk TV is doing today. So just to try and reduce that aspect of stigma, because we still have some elements, people believing that illnesses which are long-term, let's say cancer or any other illness, it could be related from other aspects. Remember, from a cultural perspective, we still believe in issues of witchcraft and such. And I've even seen incidences where mothers deny their kids to go for treatment, and they want to take them to Daktari wa Mitishamba or other places. And you find by the time they're now accepting that this disease now requires medical attention, it has really advanced. So we do try to create awareness to demystify all those myths.
All right, thank you for that. And now to you, baada umeenda Nairobi Hospice, ulienda kule ukasema wanakusaidia sana na dawa. Other than dawa, kukupatia dawa, kuna pengine mambo mengine yenye huwa wanafanya pamoja na wewe, wanakuzungumzia, kuna madaktari wanakuona pale?
Nikikuja hapo walikuwa wananielezea nini penye na saka kwa sababu ya hii ugonjwa. Naona saa ingine mtu anaweza ambiwa ni mgonjwa na aanze kustuka. Hiyo kitu nilikuja hapo na nikaelezewa, wakaniambia penye naweza kaa niwe nijipe nguvu, isiwe na stress, niko mgonjwa. Wakanielezea nijikakamue tu na niwe nijitie moyo. Mungu ako na mimi na wao, tutaendelea kusaidiana na wao. Tulikuwa na wakati tulikuwa na seminar hapo, wakatusomesha penye tunaweza kaa na watu huko nyumbani, na penye mtu anaweza kuelewa na penye watu huko nje ama huko ushago unaona unajua mtu akigonjeka sana, wengine watu wanamtenga.
Ukweli.
Hiyo vitu yote wametuelezea.
Na ukikuelezea wakikuelezea wewe pengine wanaelezea pia wanajamii, ama we mwenyewe unaenda unaanza kuambia wanajamii, unaambia mume wako na mmetembea na yeye hapa, unaweza pia yeye kumuelezea na kuelezea wanajamii vile vile.
Lazima nawaelezeanga kwa sababu unaona watu wengine mtu akisikia kama hii ngonjwa ya kansa sijui watu wengine wakisikia mtu ako na kansa sijui watu wengine wanaonanga nikaa kansa iponi. Mtu akiwa ako na kansa anakufa. Sangine watu wanaanza watu wengine wanaanza
wana hiyo fikira.
Naambia mimi nikiwa huko Ushago naambianga watu hata kama ni sartan usiwe na usikufe moyo, jipee moyo tu. Hii ni kitu na inapitanga. Si kama zamani. Hapo zamani ndio ilikuwa haiponi. Lakini saa hii kuna madawa na mtu anaponanga. Mimi waambianga watu.
Na wewe tangu uanze pengine umetembelea Nairobi Hospice, ile huduma yenye wanakupatia tangu uanze kupata madawa, wewe mwenyewe unaona hali yako inaendelea vipi?
Inaendelea sawa. Naendelea. Nilikuwa nikitatizika sana na madawa. Nilikuwa natatizika sana kabla sijaambiwa maneno ya hospice.
All right. Sawa. Now to you daktari, pengine as you deal with palliative care, what would you say to someone, because I mean we are now in a different century, but if you go back then people would think that palliative care is about end of life. As Scholastica puts it, is it a matter of end of life? Is it a matter of that you're really bedridden for you now to get these services, or how exactly should people take it?
Yeah, the concept when palliative care was introduced into the country, mostly focused on end of life, and because we borrowed a lot from the West in terms of their practices. But in our culture, in our environment, we have realized that really doesn't really apply. Because when you just do end of life, you have a limited opportunity to support these patients effectively. Remember, one of the challenges we also have in terms of access to medical care is that most of the patients, by the time they are being diagnosed with, for example, cancer, is in advanced stages. So if you're waiting to go and support this patient at the end of life, you have very limited time to support this patient. Remember, some of these conversations require time, and especially if you're going to talk about patients who come into terms like what she has mentioned, and now become even a voice to educate others. You need to work with this journey with the patient for some time before they could sometimes even identify and make legal decisions about their children. You're not going to do it at their deathbed because at that time there are a lot of confusions, there are a lot of emotions and such. So end of life care is part of palliative care, and we have a significant number of patients who we support who are on an end of life. But also we appreciate mostly when we also have patients who are active, even going through treatment, and we're able to support them from the palliative care perspective.
All right. And now you've mentioned the legal aspect. Let us look at the legal aspect for this bedridden patient. What are some of the matters that you usually focus on?
We focus mostly look at three issues. One, if it's a parent and have people who are depending on them, how are they making sure that their welfare is well catered for, even as the disease progresses, and probably even if the patient has after death, how do these dependents or people who depend on them continue living? We have had some instances where the patients have young kids and I don't have any supportive social structure, and we had to approach even children's home and request them, could you take care of these kids because the mother is not able to, and that has helped. The other aspect we look at from a legal perspective is that people need to start making legal decisions about their health. So if you are too sick, where would you want to be cared at? Is it at home or is it in the hospital? Who would you want to appoint to make those decisions when you're not able to make those decisions? And finally, also people from a medical perspective is, would one want to be, now technically, would one want to be put, let's say, in aggressive treatment, let's say in ICU, when they have maybe their what the healthcare workers will probably need to be resuscitated. Would you want to be resuscitated? And what level of resuscitation would you want to receive? So that's the other aspect we look at. And finally, on the legal perspective, we also look at guiding patients and families about properties. Because sometimes you have a patient who says, I have this X number of properties. Would you guide me even to make a will so that to ensure that my properties are well managed, even post my exit to this world or post death? So we help patients look at those aspects. And finally, remember, even now, people are moving from just normal burial, sometimes even burial rights, even issues of cremation and such. So even patients documenting those wishes, we help them to be able to make sure that those wishes are well respected. Yes.
All right. And how do you take care of their mental health as well as the mental health of the family and the caregivers? Because I want to understand, I mean, you talking to someone about how they want to be buried, how they want life after them to be, it can really torture you mentally. How do you take care of their mental health?
Yes. So once is to first identify where the patient is from an emotional perspective. Are they having a lot of anxiety? They having a lot of issues that disturb them? My experience is that because our society is the way it's structured is that people are not comfortable discussing very intense on emotional issues. So if you open and give them that opportunity and say, I would want you to maybe explore all these aspects. Are you comfortable? When you find the patient actually brightens up and says, these are some of the things which have been really bothering me, I'll probably maybe try to introduce a topic to my family and they are not willing to even give me the opportunity to air out my concerns. And you're able now to work with them the journey. If they have those anxieties, then help them to come up with solutions. Because what they're looking at mostly is those solutions. And if you give them reasonable solutions, then you find those patients are comfortable. And what I've seen is especially patients, when you have been able to support them from that perspective, when they are dying and you ask them, are you at peace? And most of the patients say, no, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with my family, I'm at peace with God, and I'm at peace even with the world, and I'm happy to, even when I exit this world, I believe I've put everyone in, or I've made sure that I've made my ways better with everyone. And that's what we focus on as we even talk about the issues of good death and bad death, to ensure that patients are as comfortable and they're able to alleviate their anxieties and fear. In some instances, they might have very severe distress that you sometimes even have to give them some medication just to calm them down, and so that they're able also to able to sleep and be able to coordinate their welfare as possible.
All right. Now, Scholastica, hii mwezi wa Januari, ulimwengu huwa unaadhimisha kuelimisha watu kuhusiana na hiyo ugonjwa wa saratani ya kizazi. Pengine kuna mtu nyumbani ameweza tu kuambiwa uko na saratani ya hiyo kizazi. Wewe unaweza mwambia nini?
Penye naweza mwambia anjikakamue na anjipe moyo, kwa sababu hii ugonjwa sio mwisho ya maisha. Kwa hivyo uzuri ni kwenda hospitali, afuatilie matibabu, alafu kutoka hapo asiwe na stress. Sababu mtu akiwa na stress saa ingine ndio naona ugonjwa inamlemeanga. Kwa hivyo uzuri ni kunjipea moyo. Kunjipea moyo uwe usiwe ukifikiria ati hii ugonjwa nasikianga watu wakisema ati haiponangi. Mtu akishikwa na hii ugonjwa mwisho wake ni. Kwa hivyo chenye naambia watu ni kuambia mtu ajipee moyo na aende hosi, afuatilie matibabu vizuri. Akishindwa nimeona hapa kwa hospice naona wanasaidianga watu, lakini unajua shida ni kabla hujajua, hiyo ndio inakuanga na shida, kwa sababu watu wengine unaambia mtu niko na shida fulani, na mtu aanze kusema maneno mengine hapo. Hiyo ndio inaumizanga mtu saa nyingine. Afadhali mtu kunyamaza na akwambie mimi siwezi nikakusaidia, sina kitu hapo. Lakini hiyo maneno mengine ndio inaumizanga watu. Lakini hata mtu akikwambia hiyo maneno ingine, ama hiyo maneno, uwe ukinyamaza tu. Uwe ukinyamaza na umuelewe. Kwa sababu mkirushiana maneno itakuwa nini, na utakuwa kuna kitu kingine sijui niseme nini hapo.
Sawa sawa, asante sana. Now we'll be taking a very short break. We'll definitely be back with Daktari and Scholastica just to continue discussing on matters palliative care and cervical cancer. And after the break, we'll also just be listening to some of your views. That is, Ezaura Maureen went in the streets and just to let us know of people's views as far as cervical cancer is concerned. Remember, January is a cervical cancer awareness month, and that's exactly what we are doing this morning right here on Kirk in the Morning, raising awareness about cervical cancer. So if you have any views as far as palliative care and cervical cancer is concerned, feel free to share. That is via Facebook and YouTube, Kirk TV Kenya. On Twitter is Kirk TV_Kenya and Aida_Munzatsi. So we take a very short break. We will be right back.
Are you looking to grow your business? Kirk TV offers you a variety of advertising opportunities to suit your budget. Advertise with us today and reach your potential customers countrywide. For more information, email us on sales@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
Kirk TV is very promising, and judging from what is happening with other media houses, I would just say that our hope is that Kirk TV will continue to thrive, and even to outdo many other stations. It will continue to mission, and we also look at a point where Kirk TV will be the station of choice, not just for Presbyterians, as we say, but for all Christians across the board. We are looking at a situation where Kirk TV, again, as we are doing right now, will be the station where, because we have so many other stations, Christian stations, but you want to be seen as that one station which gives the right doctrine, you know, the right doctrine, and also a station whereby it will be able to bring together all the churches, all Christians together, as opposed to segmentizing, Christians. Yeah. So we look at that point where everything Christian will be under one roof. Under one roof, and that is Kirk TV.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. Pay bill number 401-9613, account partner.
Losing a beloved one can be one of the hardest life experiences. Death brings a total change in many setups, the family taking a huge position. Death also provides an opportunity to celebrate the departed and their achievements on earth. Kirk TV provides for you an opportunity to announce death and funeral at affordable fee. For more information, write to us via announcements@kirktv.org or call 011 00 90 647.
Greetings to all of you who watch Kirk TV programs. I said you Christian love and peace from all the Kirk family and the entire ministry. Since God gave us this Kirk TV, which is a very competent means of reaching people in and outside Kenya, Kirk TV is undoubtedly giving good and effective services to many people wherever our signal reaches. It is evident that God is at work through Kirk TV. We therefore need your loving support through your continuous prayers. We also appeal passionately for your generous financial support to help us be on air as the Lord will require us to do and to be. Please plan to give regularly. Please give occasionally, or you can begin to give a one-time gift. The scripture is right that you will be made rich in every way so that you can be generous on every occasion, and your generosity will result in thanksgiving to God. Please respond to this genuine, urgent appeal. Kindly be a Kirk TV partner. May God bless you abundantly as we join hands to do this good work.
To partner with us, send your financial support to pay bill number 401-9613, account partner. Pay bill number 401-9613, account partner.
Welcome back to Kirk in the Morning. We are having a discussion on palliative care and cervical cancer. Remember, January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, and if you're just joining us, remember you can always find this particular recording on our Facebook and YouTube channel. That is Kirk TV Kenya. And now, just to look at some of your feedback right here in Daktari, I'd just like you to probably just respond to this. Her name is Diane. She says, if I may ask, naogopa kwenda screening ya cervical cancer. Are there signs or symptoms za kuonyesha kwamba it's there or on the way coming?
Thanks, Aida, for that question. Mm-hmm. One of the things we need to appreciate that cancer is very silent. Mm-hmm. By the time you are starting to appreciate symptoms, let's say pain, if for example, the cervical cancer pain mm-hmm. on the lower abdomen mm-hmm. or discharge, mm-hmm. or probably even having blood stain sort of after sex, mm-hmm. usually that is a sign that you're dealing with already starting to deal with an advanced mm-hmm. disease. Mm-hmm. So my advice is to all ladies who are sexually active that they need to start going for screening. One of the things actually the WHO has given us a challenge that we need to ensure that 90% of the girls who are 10 to 15 years need to receive the HPV vaccine. The studies have shown it's very safe. Mm-hmm. That would help us reduce the burden of this illness. Mm-hmm. So then again, we have 90% of these women going for screening. If you walk into government facilities, there's this screening, and even the vaccine, most of the time they are free. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to pay anything. Mm-hmm. And that would help you to get the disease as early as possible. Mm-hmm. And then with those who get disease, they get confirmed that they have the disease, mm-hmm. then they need to get treatment. Mm-hmm. So to that, the person is to encourage them to visit the nearby facility mm-hmm. and get screened, mm-hmm. because that's the only way we'll be able to get the disease in early stages. Mm-hmm. If the screening is done and the results are normal or mm-hmm. there is no evidence of the disease, mm-hmm. the healthcare worker will be able to advise this lady mm-hmm. on a schedule that they need to go for screening. Yeah. But the key advice is that all the ladies need to start going for screening so mm-hmm. that at least we can be able to detect the disease as early as possible. Mm-hmm. Let's not wait for symptoms. Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, so there is no indication that cervical cancer is coming, just as she asked here. Mami, kuna mtu anauliza swali hapa, anaogopa kuenda kuscreeniwa cervical cancer, na anauliza dalili
za cervical cancer ni gani? Wewe kabla hujaenda kupimwa, ulikuwa na dalili zozote? Na kwa yule mtu anaogopa kwenda kupimwa, tunaambiwa kama daktari vile anasema hapa, ukipimwa utaweza kujulikana mapema kama uko na saratani, na ukipatikana nayo pia matibabu ama wewe kuweza kupona pia asilimia yake iko juu. Wewe utaweza kumwambia huyu dada nini?
Naweza mwambia hakuna haja ya kuogopa. Mimi sikuwa na na dalili yoyote. Tulikuwa mwaka ya 2017. Tulikuwa mwaka 2017 mwezi ya 7. Nilitoka nje kujisaidia na haja ndogo. Kumaliza nikavaa nguo vizuri. Na sikuwa nasikia hata chochote. Kuvaa nguo, kurudi kwa nyumba nikasikia nachoma na kitu hapa ikiteremuka hivi. Nikachukua taa, nikawasha taa, nikaangalia, nikaona ni damu. Hapo ndio mimi nikastuka, nikajiuliza kwani hii ni nini? Na sikuwa nauma na mahali hata popote. Na sikuwa nasikia dalili yoyote. Nikaamka nikaenda hosi. Hapo ndio nikaambiwa niende nifanyiwe picha. Nikakosa pesa.
Kwa hivyo kutoka 2017 ukakaa tu mpaka 2019.
Ndio nikapata pesa, nikaenda kwa ile hospitali ya Chandaria. Inaitwa Chandaria huko Eldoret. Ndio akanitoa hiyo kanyama, alafu wakaenda ikapelekwa mahali wanapimia sijui ni wapi. Kwa hivyo naweza ambia huyu dada awache kuongopa. Na si huyo peke yake. Kila mwanamke ni maono yangu, naweza ambia kila mwanamke anaweza enda hospitali apimwe. Kwa sababu hii saratani sangine inajipicha. Unaweza fanyiwa hiyo screening uambiwa hakuna, na ukae sangine uende uambiwe iko. Kwa hivyo hakuna haja ya kuongopa. Kama wewe ni mwanamke na unasikia penye hii ugonjwa inafanyanga watu. Afadhali uende kwa kipimo mapema. Ndio ufanyiwe, alafu ujue hali yako mapema.
Sawa.
Hakuna haja ya kuongopa.
Alright. Asante sana. There you have Diane right there, and Joanne that's on Twitter says we are doing a good job. Thank you so much Joanne for that. And now, as I had promised earlier on, our reporter, that is Ezaura Maureen, went on the streets of Nairobi just to get to listen whether women are willing to go for the cervical cancer screening, and if Kenyans really understand of the HPV vaccine. Remember, men are also being looped in this particular conversation just to let their daughters, their wives, their mothers to go for the cervical cancer screening. Is this something that Kenyans understand, and is this something that Kenyans are willing to embrace? Let's listen in to the report that was prepared by Ezaura Maureen.
Being a Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, it's an opportunity for all stakeholders to raise awareness regarding cervical cancer and the HPV vaccine. Current statistics indicate that 9 women die every day from cervical cancer. Being the second most common cancer in women, cervical cancer is preventable. But how well do people know about this? How well do people know about the HPV vaccine?
Okay, about cervical cancer, nimesikia na huwa ni vizuri Wakenya wapimwe na waangalie status zao kuhusu cervical cancer.
Wewe kama mwanamke umepata screening ya cervical cancer?
No, sijapata, but nikiweza kupata naweza shukuru.
Uko na watoto?
Yes, I have 2 daughters.
Kama mzazi wao, ungependa kuwapeleka hospitalini wapate vaccine ya HPV ambayo inazuia ugonjwa wa cervical cancer?
Yes, cause hao wawili wako in a public school, huwa wanafanyiwa na wanaleta hiyo karatasi nyumbani. So wamekuwa wakidungwa hizo shindano, but ile kupimwa kama mtoto wako nayo ama hakuna, hajapimwa bado.
So far nasikianga hiyo vaccine ya cancer na niko na wasichana natarajia wanasapata. Ni mzuri.
Na wewe umefanywa
nilifanyiwa nikiwa na mtoto wangu nikiwa na miaka ngapi? Mtoto wangu wa 3. Kutoka hapo sijawahi fanyiwa, lakini naisikia iko.
Cervical cancer nimeshaisikia, lakini hatujaielezwa sana na wale wanaelewa. Tunaijua tu juu.
Mke wako aje kutajia anything kuhusu cervical cancer?
Cervical cancer tunaijuanga, lakini unaweza taka kuifuatilia, na sasa kwa vile hospitali siko na cost kubwa, hata unaongopa kwenda kuuliza, sababu hata ile cost utaambiwa pengine hutaweza.
Unajua chochote kuhusu cervical cancer?
Naisikianga.
Kwa hivyo hujafanywa screening ya cervical cancer?
Sijawahi fanywa, ipati msichana wangu alidungwa hiyo sindano ya fasi.
Na alipofanywa hukutaka kujua zaidi kuhusu hiyo vaccine amepewa?
Akifanyiwa alikuwa Usago, but mimi nilikuwa hapa Nairobi. But kuhusu TV vile naelezeanga, madaktari wanaelezea, sawa, isikia ni nzuri.
Cervical cancer, hiyo ni kitu iko, lakini watu sana wanaogopa hizo vaccines. Ni vizuri tuelezewe kwanza hizo vaccines, tuelezewe venye iko, isikue kama hizi zingine zilikuwa zinakuja hizi za corona nini. Watu mtu akidungwa usikie mtu ana paralyze, wengine kwanza tuelimishwe alafu tudungwe.
Ijaenea kwa wananchi ni kiasi ya kutosha na kiasi ya kuelewa.
But unajua kuwa cervical cancer ni the second most killing cancer kwa wanawake huku nchini.
Naisikianga, lakini sasa ile kuleta kwenye watu sana hawaleti. Sababu kama ni kupima na kujua, si wangelete mpaka kwa Mboma. Kwa nini wangojee mtu aende mpaka hospitali? Kama watu wote ni wa serikali, si ulete hapo kwa Mboma.
Naweza kubali wadungwe, lakini kwanza si wakwe wa kwanza nione wale wenye wamedungwa wenye ina react.
About saratani, ningependa wazazi wapeleke watoto wao if there is a chance kwa gava isimamie ama kwa hospitali wanapunguza ile bills ili kila mtu aweze kufikiwa na kupata ile usaidizi, kupimwa nini, na kila mtu ajue ako sawa. Kama ingekuja na njia ile inafaa, wazazi wote kila mtu anaweza penda kupimwa. So ningependa wazazi wote, kama uko na space, kama you have good finance, unaweza enda na upimwe. But ikiwa kuna ile njia inafaa, sisi wote twende, kila mtu anaweza penda kujua status zake.
Mimi na hiyo ni mzuri sana, kwa sababu saa hii mahali tunaelekea cervical cancer ndio inaenea sana. Mzuri ni hata na advice watoto wapelekwe wafanye hiyo vaccine. Napenda kuambia wanawake wenzangu wachukue hatua, wapeleke watoto wafanyiwe vaccination.
Of which the cervical cancer itself, kama mimi ningependa nielezewe zaidi ndani, ndio at least kama naweza kutana na rafiki yangu nimueleze baadaye what is cervical cancer, because I don't get the point by the way. Sielewi. Naelewa tu about the cervical cancer, lakini internally ningetaka nijue kutoka kwenu ni kitu gani ina cause ama ni kitu gani inafanya hiyo cervical cancer, yani ugonjwa wenyewe unaletwa ni nini, because I don't understand it. Ndio at least nipate kueleza wenzangu, ama niko na bibi na watoto, na ningependa nijue kwanza kama inapata watu wazima peke yao ama ni watoto ama ni mpaka watoto.
More needs to be done about cervical cancer, and let's join hands in solidarity and inform every lady, every girl and every woman across the country about the prevention and control of cervical cancer through screening, vaccination and treatment. Cervical cancer is preventable, cervical cancer is treatable. My name is Ezaura Maureen, reporting for Kirk TV.
Well, thank you so much, Ezaura Maureen, for that wonderful report that you've done right there. Just the views of Kenyans, and not just women who are affected by cervical cancer, but trying as much as possible to loop in men as well. Scholastica, nilikuwa naona wakiongea unatingisha kichwa. Ulikuwa unakubaliana na wao, unaona wanaelewa mambo ya saratani ya kizazi ama?
Nakubaliana na wao. Kwa sababu hakuna science. Unaweza sema ati hii ndio science ya saratani. Kwa hivyo venye wanasema ni vizuri kila mtu kwenda hospitali apimwe. Aidha ni mwanamke ama ni msichana. Kwa sababu hii ugonjwa inashika kila mwanamke.
Na kwa wale wanasema pengine hawajaelewa sana kuhusiana na hii saratani, unaona tunafanya ya kutosha, ama pengine wewe unaweza sema washikadau wa afya wanaweza fanya nini kuhusiana na kueneza na kuweza tu kuelezea watu kuhusiana na hii saratani?
Kenya naweza sema hatuwezi achia madaktari peke yao. Kila mtu Kenya naweza sema akuwe mwalimu kuelezea yule mwingine. Kwa sababu hii kitu inaenda kwa ujui, ikitoka kwangu inaenda kwa nani. Na penye wanasema unaona sangine unaona hii mashindano inadungangwa wasichana. Sangine wazazi wazazi wengine wanakataa, wanasema ni family planning. Watoto wao wawezi wakadungwa hiyo mashindano. Hiyo ni kitu nimesikia na watu husemanga. Mzazi anasema, anaambianga mtoto yake ukienda shule na mwambiwe mnadungwa ile shindano, usidungwe. Hiyo ni hautazaa ukidungwa hiyo shindano. Hiyo ni family planning. Mnafanyiwa na mnapichwa. Kwa hivyo Kenya nasema tufuatilie masomo yenye tunasomeshwa, na kila mtu akuwe mwalimu. Tuelimishane.
Kama unajua uelimishe huyu mwingine hajui. Napenda sana vile umesema tusiachie tu madaktari kuweza kuhamasisha watu kuhusiana na saratani. Ikiwa we mwenyewe unajua uweze pia kumfunza mwingine. Na pia umesema vizuri hapo kuna dhana ya kwamba ile chanjo ya HPV watu wengi wanadhani ni njia ya kupanga uzazi. Daktari, to you now, just shedding some more light on this, just creating awareness about the HPV vaccine. Has much awareness been created about this vaccine, or do we need to do more?
I'm happy at least most of the people who were interviewed mentioned at least they have heard about cervical cancer. And that's a good starting point. But we still need to do a lot. And I'm happy that what she has mentioned is a collective responsibility from everyone. But just maybe to shed some light about cervical cancer. It's spread through a virus called human papillomavirus. This virus is almost 100% sexually transmitted from one individual to another. And that's the reason why we advocate for girls who are 10 to 15 years before they become sexually active to get the vaccine. So that when they get infected by this virus, then their body has immunity to fight the disease and they're able to get cured. Studies have shown that most likely when a lady gets infected by this virus, it takes about 10 to 15 years before it manifests as a disease, as a cervical cancer. So we let's not wait for that period for us to do that. The next issue is that we need to encourage ladies to go for regular screening. And that's the only way we are going to help in terms of reducing the burden. And I like the view, one of the viewers who mentioned that we need to cascade the services to the community level. Because if we expect all the patients to visit or everyone to just walk into a healthcare facility to get screened, it won't happen. And it also becomes very expensive. So one of the things the Ministry of Health is doing through and also working with other partners is they are looking at, WHO has introduced a newer or an easier way of doing the screening. It's called HPV DNA testing. This is where an individual gets a kit. The kit looks like a normal toothbrush. You can go into the comfort of your house and get the sample and seal that kit and take it to a facility and they analyze and send you results even digitally. So you don't have to even move from your house if you are in a market or in a village, it can be done. And the Ministry of Health, I'm happy that they are doing a pilot for this test.
Yeah.
And I believe this is one of the areas probably the government will invest heavily. And one of the things they're also trying to work is through the community health workers perspective. Because these are the key gatekeepers of the community. If we empower them with the knowledge and we give them these kits, then they're able to help us even have a wider reach in terms of screening. And definitely we need just also to create awareness so that people don't have a better insight that the vaccines being given to these girls are not for family planning purposes, but it's just for protection. Actually, the recommendation, if we had enough resources as a country, is to vaccinate both men and women, or both girls and boys. It's only that because of limited resources, we only vaccinating girls. So again, if you are a parent and you have adequate resources, also consider vaccinating the boys, because the virus also have been shown to cause other cancers in men, including even the cancers affecting the penile or the penis. And we want to just ensure that all of us are well protected. Yes.
Oh, well put. And now on issues to do with now bringing in men, not necessarily vaccinating the boys, but we've just heard of these men. We have some of them who do not completely understand about cervical cancer. They do not completely understand about the HPV vaccine, but they are fathers to girls. They are husbands to wives. They have mothers. Yeah, they have sisters. How do we bring in now the men to help in creating awareness and also just emphasizing to the females in their lives about early cervical cancer screening?
Yes, we need to appreciate in our society that men are key decision makers in our society, and even in most of the homes. They have to be consulted for any decision or any action to be taken. So we need to really look for opportunities where we could give them the right information so that they are able to be able to guide their families and their communities accordingly. One of the things is just to ensure that men are also even be able to support their spouses as they go through the treatment. Because one of the things I've also witnessed is that sometimes a lady is diagnosed with cancer, which let's say cancer of the breast or cancer of the cervix. The men start saying, I married a lady with 2 breasts, I married a lady who was active or had all these issues, now these are gone. And you find them not being able to be supportive. We have even seen instances, because remember some of these illnesses affect the sexual organs, like the cancer of the cervix affects the sexual organs. And then we find that then the men sometimes are not able to support their wives effectively because they feel they are being denied their sexual rights. So again, even involving the men through the treatment so they can appreciate the impact of the disease on their wives, and that helps them even to be able to become a very supportive partner to their patients. One of the things even we are trying to encourage men is to work with their patients, their wives and their relatives, even at the hospitals, so that they can sit down during the treatment planning, and they are able to ask the healthcare workers those deep questions, and they have a deeper insight. Once they have that deeper insight, as she mentioned, is also now to give them the responsibility to go and create awareness at their circles, so that at least we can have a better men supporting women and girls through this fight. Yes.
All right, thank you so much for that. I'll just read a few of your comments that's on Instagram. Pamela says, well done, Dr. Asaf. John says, thank you so much, Nairobi Hospice, for your good service, for even equipping health providers with studies on how best to take care of patients living with long-term illnesses. We have Miriam says, very important awareness talk. Helen says, a great talk. Thanks, Dr. Asaf, for that. David Musioki says, this is an important discussion. Palliative care should be available as air. Grace Wakesho unasema thank you so much. Penina says thank you so much. Nancy, thank you so much for watching as well. We have that is Hospice, Siaya Hospice is watching as well. Very educative. Thank you, Doc, for the information. Christine says thank you to all of you for this opportunity. Well, keep on watching. Unfortunately, we have a very limited time right here. I wish I could just read all of your comments right here, but I'm glad that you're being informed as far as palliative care and cervical cancer is concerned. We have like 5 minutes to end the show. To you mama, tuko na dakika kidogo sana tuweze kumaliza. Utaweza tu kusema nini kuhusiana na mambo ya hospices, kuhusiana na mambo ya saratani ya kizazi? We mwenyewe unaweza ambia nini wa Kenya wale ambao wanakutazama saa hizi? Utawaambia nini? Utaangalia tu hii kamera hapo.
Kenya naweza nawaambia kila mtu aenda apimwe. Mama, msichana, mama apeleke msichana apimwe kwa sababu lakini shida ni kuongopa. Waache hiyo
uoga.
Hiyo uoga. Na wanaume na wao bibi akishikwa na hii ugonjwa awe akimsaidia na wale watu wengine wa hiyo mboma wawe waache kutenga mgonjwa kwa sababu watu wengine mtu akingojenga sasa hii ugonjwa ya saratani watu wengine ikawa wanamtenga, wanaona kaa anaharibu mali na akufe. Kwa hivyo washikane alafu wasaidiane. Ndio hii kitu yache kusambaa. Saa ngine ina nini kwa sababu ya unaona mtu akishikwa na hii ugonjwa na akose kutibiwa venye inatakikana ndio mtu anazidiwa. Kwa hivyo naomba watu wa mboma na mabwana zetu wawe wakitusaidia. Alafu Wakenya wenzangu waache ati kusema ati hawajaelewa na hii kitu vizuri. Hii kitu haikuangi na science. Hata kama wewe ni mwanaume enda upimwe. Hii kitu inashika kila mtu. Hata kama wewe ni mwanaume enda upimwe, ujue hali yako mapema. Si lazima ni mwanamke ashikwe peke yake. Kwa hivyo naomba kila mtu aende hosi ajue hali yake mapema. Ndio tusaidiane alafu hii kitu ipunguke. Hii iko na nini?
Iko juu sana.
Iko juu sana. Penye unasikia nini? Unaona kwa TP. Iko juu sana. Hii ugonjwa inaenda mbio sana. Ndio nasema tushikane. Tuwe tunapunguza hii nini. Na tupimwe. Mtu ajue hali yake mapema. Tuache kukaa sana.
Na kuna kitu umetaja cha muhimu sana. Wanaume wa hawa akina mama waweze kuwa support. Wewe naona mwanzo umetembea na mume wako. Utaweza tu kumwambia nini? Amekushika mkono, ameweza kuwa na wewe hadi wakati huu tangu ulipoambiwa una hii saratani. Utaweza kumwambia nini?
Namwambia ni asante. Ananishikanga mkono. Nikienda kila mahali naenda na yeye. Kwa hivyo namshukuru sana. Na wanaume wengine, wale wanaume wengine wako wananiona. Kila mtu ashike mwanamke bibi yake mkono. Ndio wakielewana. Mtu asiwe na stress. Kwa sababu hii stress ni mbaya. Stress ni mbaya kwa sababu ukishikwa na stress ni kama hii kitu sijui penye na mimi ni kitu naongea na penye na nini naonanga. Nikisikia uchungu nini hasira niseme hasira. Sangine mtu anasikianga kitu kingine. Kwa hivyo tushikane mkono na tujue penye tunaweza ongea. Na nikiona nikiongea nikipita pale utakasirika. Niache hiyo njia.
Tafuta njia nyingine.
Tafuta njia nyingine. Ndio mtu apate nini? Siwe na hasira.
Na stress. Well, umesema vizuri sana. Napenda sana vile unatoa points zako na unaziweka vizuri sana vile mtu yoyote yule anakutazama anaweza weza kuelewa. Umeweza kutilia mkazo sana on issues to do with the mental health and stress vile inaweza affect mtu. Asante sana mami. Now to you daktari, what will you say as your last words as far as palliative care is concerned? If you feel like there's any other thing that we haven't touched, I'm just giving you a few minutes.
First, I want to thank Kirk TV for the opportunity and for even looking for avenues to create awareness on health issues. For palliative care, one of the things we need to appreciate that in Kenya we have a national body that is called Kenya Hospices and Palliative Care Association.
Yeah.
And through that association and in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, we have about 90 palliative care centers in the country. So wherever you are in the country, just visit KEPCA website, you'll be able to see the list of palliative care providers so that you're able then to visit the nearest provider in your region. As at Nairobi Hospice, we, as she said, we support patients regardless of their ability to pay. So if you're in pain or you require any sort of support in terms of counseling, guidance in terms of your navigation of health, talk to us. You can be able to get our details on our website or our social media. And finally, one of the things I also want to urge is our county governments, because healthcare is devolved. Let's support the palliative care initiatives in our county so that they can be able to support patients in need. You realize that most of the patients who come to us have depleted financially and they are not able even to afford the cost of treatment. So we need a lot of support from the county governments and from even the national government to be able to deliver these services. And finally, we need just to appreciate that palliative care is everyone's business. As she mentioned, as a business leader, there is a palliative care unit in your facility. Support them through their finances. If you are growing maize and you have a unit next to you, give them that maize. You'll be able to give a needy patient. And that way, if we all of us work together, we'll be able to have a society with a better quality of life, with less suffering and less agony. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much Daktari. Scholastica pia asante sana kwa kukuja na kuweza tu kusaidia kuhamasisha watazamaji kuhusiana na saratani. Well, that's all we had for you this morning as far as the Kirk in the Morning show is concerned. Remember, we were looking at palliative care and cervical cancer, January being the Cervical Cancer Awareness Month. I know that if you're just joining us, remember you can always find this particular recording that's on Facebook as well as YouTube, Kirk TV Kenya. I'll read a few of your comments here. I've just seen one of the nurses here, that is a nurse Elsie, who is doing such a great job as far as palliative care is concerned. She says a great discussion, palliative care for all who needs it. Thank you so much Elsie, as well as for the good job that you're doing as far as palliative care is concerned. Stella says thank you for the enlightening discussion. Well, thank you as well for tuning in, and as I said, I hope you've been able to grab one or two things as far as palliative care and cervical cancer is concerned. Remember, on set we had Dr. Asaf Kinyanjui, who is the CEO Nairobi Hospice, as well as Scholastica Kamene, who is the cervical cancer survivor. From the Kirk in the Morning team, my name is Aida Muzatsi. I'm wishing you a blessed Monday.